Alright, welcome all to Uciana. This is a 4X game I actually bought on the Google Play Store, and I'm actually able to record it via a Android emulator on my PC. Anyhow, I wanted to show you guys this game because I actually kind of enjoyed it for, the little bit of content it basically has. I think it's pretty good for the cell phone, so let's jump into it. Anyhow, we're just going to set this out to be a small game, so we'll have 20 star systems. We'll keep it down to 4 empires in easy difficulty. And we'll leave basically everything else on as such. So let's just press next. And these are all the races you can basically play. There's the Talish, which are basically a military-oriented empire. There's the Dargafi, which are also military-oriented empire. You've got the Emilia Swarm, which are basically, a rapid growth empire. The Bylons, which are basically, scientists and very good, ground combat. You got the Sovereign, which are basically religious. Get lots of happiness and food. And then there's the humans, who are basically good industrial and, money-making experts. So, who will I play? I don't really like to play humans because that's kind of boring, so let's go with the Emilia Swarm. So, the concept of oneness is integral to an Emilial as breathing. For eons, the swarms of the Emilia homeworld battled for supremacy, each believing itself to be the only true consciousness. Eventually, one swarm reigned supreme, the Emilioi. Having bested its brethren and spread to all corners of the homeworld, the Emilia Swarm now seek to incorporate the galaxy into its oneness. Now, if I want to, I can customize the perks to be random, so we could have it so the Emilia are basically good population, but also good traders. But we'll keep it on what it is for now. And let's just start the game. 1 player and free AI. And although, by the way, you can have a hot seat player if you want to, but we'll just go with the AI. The tutorial is on. It's basically on from the default for this game, and I don't think you can basically turn it off until you can go through it, but it's basically just a bunch of static images like this. It basically gives you a pretty good gist of what everything's basically doing here. So basically the turn button can be replaced with stuff if you need to do stuff. These are all your menu buttons for the Empire managing stuff. Anyhow, let's jump into Mal here. So basically here's a system overview. Basically you have the option to scout, colonize, build outposts. We can also press on the planet or asteroid to go to the planet to view for more things and stuff like that. So we basically have a pretty big star system to start out with. There's our home world basically over here to the left. We also have access to this rock here, which is basically a large barren with abundant minerals and normal gravity. You can see how much food, industry, and science being produced if you basically sell it. You can go to this planet here, and sometimes you'll find these little ice symbols on it, and basically there's unique worlds in the game, so this planet has an impressive ring, especially for being such a small world. This is due to its high mass and strong tidal forces it had on its previous moons. The extremely high mineral content of its moons have made this a mineral-rich world. This planet's beauty and resources can be highly beneficial to the race that lays claim to it. So basically it's a highly beneficial world. It's small, but despite that, it basically has good industrial and scientific output, so a good gem basically for whoever gets to it, which will probably be us. And then over here we got ourselves a gas giant, huge gas giant. You can't colonize gas giants, but you can build outposts basically to boost up your science output. So let's see here. Let's go to our homeworld first. So basically this is our colony view. We basically have food, industry, science. At the start of the game, we got lots of food being produced, so I don't really need that much. So let's just drop it down a little bit, and there we go. This is 0. I don't need to basically produce more food than what I'm basically getting right now, so that's fine. We'll go in here. I can build buildings, but we already have a lot of buildings in the system. So let's just go to ships, and then I'll go build a spawner. Basically, that's our colony ship for the Emilia. All the races have different ships and names for their ships. So you can basically tell what they are by the symbols basically next to them right here. So this is a scout symbol, this is an outpost or worker symbol, a colonist symbol, transport symbol. Down here we have a tier 1 ship, tier 2 ship, tier 3 ship. And you can see, like, you know, how much, like, you know, it basically costs basically to have, like, ships around. Or, like, there's, like, their, like, you know, supply cost. There's, like, their industry cost. There's how long it basically takes to make them. But yeah, we'll build a spawner right now. And I'll go into my plant here. And I want to basically get the spawner out pretty quickly, so let's just, you know, bump up our industry output to be, like, 4 turns, perhaps. Now, I do have a colony ship and a scout ship to start off with, so I can use these sets to do stuff. Let's go in here, and I think I want to use my colony ship to immediately colonize this world since it's such a good world, so we'll colonize the planet. Now, when you basically are the first to, like, you know, explore a world, you'll get basically an exploration mission, so this world basically has an anomaly on it, which basically gives me, like, you know, some science to warp drive. It also has gold, platinum, and silver, so I basically, like, see this stuff and, like, you know what it's going to be all good for. So we can go over here, and here's gold. Basically gives me more money for each of the stuff here. And by the way, I can actually, like, you know, find out what all this, like, these symbols mean by clicking on them. So small planets have the likelihood of having low gravity and a small amount of space for population. Gem World basically has, like, you know, no farm, like, you know, ability to climate, but they can get really good science and, like, you know, good, like, bonus to ground defense and population growth. It's got rich minerals, so each worker basically has, like, more production. No normal gravity, so there's no, like, no penalties on the world and all that other stuff. Now, this symbol here basically means that we're, like, you know, running low on food, so basically people starve if I don't have food, so we have to fix that up. Let's just go back to my, like, main world here, and we're just going to go quickly boost up our food just a little bit. And we'll boost this back down a little bit more. Now, if I want to, I can use my scout to basically explore this world over here, so let's do that. And we basically find there's gold and platinum on this world. So, good resources. I'm mal-free. As you can see, I basically have access to all the abilities I basically build with my empire right now, so we can build ourselves, like, you know, torpedo turrets to defend it, a space dock to boost up our, like, you know, supply limits, shipyards to build bigger ships, nuclear power to build, like, you know, more power and stuff, infantry barracks to, like, you know, garrison people. I think for now, let's just build an infantry barracks. And yeah, there's also trade goods, by the way, if you guys want to, you know, make it automatic itself. After we get infantry barracks, maybe we'll do something else, but for now, that's good to go for this world. Now, my ship here, it's basically down in this sector. I can't use it to scout anymore, so let's just send it down to this world here, and we'll find out what's in the system down here. By the way, if you want to, you can, like, you know, click these plans to see, like, you know, what you basically, you know, information about them. So this is basically 8 light years away. It's got white stars, so it's got a good chance for habitable planets and a good chance for mineral-rich ones. Basically down here it's like a, you know, a yellow star. This one has a great chance for habitable planets and a good chance for mineral-rich ones. Over here is a red star. These had a poor chance for habitable planets, and a very low chance for mineral-rich ones. So these are basically poor systems. We also have access to orange stars, which basically have a great chance for habitable planets and a poor chance for mineral-rich ones. And over here is a blue star, which basically has a very low chance for habitable planets and a great chance for mineral-rich ones. And as you can see, there's, like, big stars, there's yellow stars, or, you know, whatever stars. There's also anomalies, so there's, like, spatial rift here, which basically increases, like, you know, chance of, like, you know, your guys going flying through it, so it'll go faster. Over here is a black hole. This reduces movement of guys around it. And now down here, this button is basically my end turn button, but basically whenever you have something else to do, you know, have to basically do that first. So we have to research something right now. Basically, there's, like, you know, stuff about research and stuff. Basically, you know, technically research, currently unavailable, or currently research, completely tech, or currently unavailable. So basically, this is all stuff that's available to me. Nothing's researched yet. Eventually, I'll have access to more powerful stuff if I basically research something here, you know, after in the first place. So let's see here. Because we're melee, it's actually good to get cloning center because this basically boosts up our, like, you know, population growth by a lot. So that'd be very beneficial for my, like, you know, fast-growing empire. Basically, you know, a buff on top of the buff for empire growth. Alright, this is our end turn button, so I basically press that to move along, so, you know, we end our turn, and our turn, and now we made it to the Ceres system here. Basically, I'll note that, something else, by the way, you'll notice that basically on, like, you know, all these, like, worlds and stuff, you'll have, like, these, extra buttons basically you can, like, press to, like, go to wherever you want to. Something I know about the developers is that they made it so you can basically navigate very easily in this game, so if I go into, like, you know, this world here, and I go into like the building production here, and I go into like shipbuilding here, and that's you can design your own ships. I have access to like go all the way back to like the main screen with a click of a button. So very, very smart navigation basically for this game. I'll note by the way that we're over here in Ceres system, so let's just do a quick explore. And we find out there's another anomaly, so it basically has to be some scientific research for Starbase. There's also apparently natives on this planet, so basically not spacefaring natives, so they are what they are. This world, by the way, is basically a small desert, so basically one food per farmer, low population limit. It basically has a slow population growth, high maintenance costs, and a bonus to ground defense. Very small maximum population, so this is like just a dub world for the most part, but I'll probably colonize it just so I can get access to the other worlds down here. Alright, let's just I can't do anything with this guy right now, so he's just going to sit there for now, this guy, so that's unfortunate. Usually you want your scout to move around and basically explore all the sectors, because you can get like a one-time bonus if you're the first to get to those sectors. Much like you can in, say, like, Civilization with the goody huts. Basically, the first to get the goody huts gets the good stuff. Alright, so here's our colony ship. I'm going to set down here to Ceres, so we can basically colonize that world and basically get access to the worlds down here. In my home world, we're just going to build another spawner, I guess. Now, I'll note by the way our food's doing quite well. I have to watch out for food and other stuff, but you can see it from here, how your money's doing, how your food's doing. If any problems basically rise, there's a plant list tutorial, a plant list here by the way, and you can basically go through and measure rules this way if you want to as well. You can see their happiness, how much their power is. You also see little symbols pop up when something goes wrong over here as well, if it happens. Okay, let's just get this guy down here. So click, click. Oh, there's someone around over here. So here is a sentinel. I think this guy belongs to the Bylon. He's just got a scout, so he's obviously very, very nearby from his plants. Alright, a colony ship arrived. So this icon means a fleet means this colony ship can now colonize a planet. So let's just have this guy. We're gonna kind of colonize this world, so we basically have a jump point for more my starships and such. Now it's gonna basically cost me a lot to basically do much in this world for stuff. So what I may want to do over here, I may want to basically focus on just getting ourselves a space dock here, so we can basically get more access to more ships in the future. And that'll probably be the only thing that's gonna build this system here. Now, because we basically colonized this world, I can go down to these art plants, so let's send you here. And next turn we'll basically say hi to the Bylons. Oh, this is the Dorgafi. So, how long have you survived so long? So, up here you can basically see how friendly or unfriendly these guys are to you. You can discuss them if you want to as well about deals, so you can have trade treaties, research treaties, non-aggression pacts. You can try and exchange exploration data. They'll only ever say yes or no, but whatever. Now, because this guy's unfriendly and because he's so close, I may have to worry about building up ships basically early on here, but that's to be expected, I guess. So just whatever. Let's just call this barren world here. And this world, basically you're unable to farm these climates. They have a very, very low population growth, even higher maintenance costs, and a big bonus to ground defense because it's the barren climate. This world here, it does have abundant minerals, so I'm actually very tempted to just build stuff on this planet because we could get access to good production basically. Think about it as well, I may actually want to do the same thing with Ceres here, but it's got a very low population of 4 to 6 million, so it will never actually be that great of a system for building stuff. This one also has a very low population limit of 66 million, but it's a little bit better than the other ones, I guess. Alright, so on our homeworld here, I'm probably going to want to build combat ships to basically deal with that guy, but we'll build a worker first. And by the way, you can actually see on the big screen here what you need. So I need to basically have a worker ship basically to build up an outpost here to get our science boost from the gas giant. So we'll basically build one there and get that out of the way. System peak basically click and hold anywhere. basically, I'll note that because, like, we don't have, like, the ability to serve, like, drag and hold. I don't think we can basically do that, but... Oh, you can! Okay, so cool. I basically click and hold, and, like, you can, like, see, like, what these are like. Alright, so yeah, there we go. And our ships have explored the Draconis system. Ah. So, here is the homeworld of the Dargafi. So, basically, this is their homeworld right here. And I can click this eye to basically get, like, information about their homeworld, so... Kranar is the homeworld of the Dargafi. The planet suffered a later stage bombardment, leaving a crater landscape behind. A rare characteristic for a Class T world. Life on Kranar was forced to evolve quickly through the destructive epoch. Ultimately, it was the Dargafi people who would be born from the ash of the old world. So, basically, there we go. There's basically their homeworld. As you can see, they have, like, defenses, they have a shipyard, they build big ships, they have a moon. They basically have a Terran climate, so basically there's, like, their food, ground defense, high population limit. They got abundant minerals, they got normal gravity, there's a large planet. Our system invented cloning center, so we basically have access to, better, like, cloning now if I want. Now, with the Dargafi so close, I really want to make sure I basically can, like, take them on to a fight if I need to, so... I'll probably want to maybe get down to Struck Marines. I really like these for, like, attacking stuff. Antimatter torpedoes are not bad too, basically they're, like, a slow-moving, like, torpedo that basically does a lot of damage. They do a lot more damage than these, but the thing about, like, these is that they take time to hit their targets, so... That's nothing to worry about. But you know what? Let's just get the antimatter torpedo. I'll basically show off, like, what everything basically looks like. They'll have, like, lasers, the enemy ships, so... We'll get these for now. So yes, basically this is their, like, homeworld. They'll have troops and stuff on that planet, so I won't be able to invade it too easily, but whatever. It's there. And let's see here. After I build a worker here, I'll probably, like, start building up, like, invasion ships to take them on, because they're basically right in the way of me. Alright, this guy's the worker ship. Let's have him go over here, and I'll build an outpost, so there's a science station. We'll now basically get an increase in science for all my, colonies in this sector, which is awesome. And, well, let's see here. I'll probably want to design my ship to be, like, whatever it can be. And let's see here. The insect here, I like to make these, like, initial ships that skew for bombardment stuff, so we're just going to basically take off all this, like, optional stuff here. And he's just going to have lots of nuclear bombs to blow up people. That'll be his job in life, just to blow up people, the insect. The Stalker, this is like our second tier ship. It's, okay for what I'm about to basically make it do, so we're going to take off its no targeting because it doesn't have any lasers and stuff. I'm going to basically take off the lasers and the nuclear bombs. And when I get the chance, this guy will be our torpedo ship. He'll basically bomb the enemies with, like, torpedo strikes and stuff like that. And when I get to it, there's, like, the Predator has to, like, we need a shipyard to basically build this ship. It's a lot bigger than, like, the other ships and has, like, as you can see, like, a lot more HP as well. But we'll worry about those when we basically have, like, our lasers, I think, if I get around to them. Alright, anyways, I have to build up some, like, ships perhaps to combat this guy in the future, so let's build up ourselves a Stalker. And I'm just going to quickly boost this down just a little bit. We'll basically take 7 turns, basically, to... Nah, we'll make it 8 turns. No. We'll make it 7 turns. And we'll basically get a lot of, like, research, basically, to try and get the antimatter torpedoes out. Or actually, you know what? Something else I could do. I do have, like, a lot of food being produced right now, so... Let's just go in here. And I'm just going to drop my food down a little bit. There we go. That'll let me basically have more production science and... Actually, you know what? Let's just, like, match, like, the science and Stalker to each other, so... 8 turns is what I basically want, so... We'll do it like that, and then we'll have, like, our Stalker and our, things done. We'll just have, like, 1 week ship here for stuff. Now, I don't want to leave this guy in the Draconis system too much, but we'll leave them here for now. These guys can declare war at any time because, like, you know, I'll be like their first guy to go after. There's a worker ship that they just built. Alright, Mal 3 basically has done its thing. It is the third planet in this sector here. Let's see here. What do I want them to do right now? I'll note, by the way, if I click on their buildings, you can like see what he's built. There's an infantry barracks built here. Right now, I think I want to basically focus on, like, you know, taking out those guys, so... You can build an insect. Well, basically how all my, like, you know... All my guys go into war mode just so we can, like, take these guys out really, really fast, and we can, like, you know, go from there. Okay, he's probably got a system over here, this guy. Okay, there's the anti-matter torpedoes built. I can now put these on my, like, you know, stalker. And these things will do a lot more damage than the regular torpedoes, so... Big boon to my guys for, like, blowing up stuff, I guess. Now, since I got those, I'll probably want to get disruptor beams as well, so... Let's get ourselves access to... subspace, like, communication for now. And Ceres 4, this is the lone, like, planet in the other, you know, system over here. We're gonna have this guy. He'll be the first to start building up a stalker, I think. And then that'll be, you know, a ship I can use to kill stuff with. Now, not by if I want to. I can go in here, and I can change this around to be, like, the better stalker than when it's being currently built, so... I could do this. It'll take a little longer to build it, but that's fine. And if I want to actually build it a little bit faster, just to get, you know, out... We'll take 2 turns basically to build that guy. Or not. There we go. Alright, so there's our ship basically built. This guy go down here. Now I think I'll have, like, you know, just a few insects basically to, like, you know, take this guy on, so let's basically work on that right now. There we get, like, an insect from this guy, insect from the other planet. That'll be fine. Alright, so we have our first, like, warning here. Basically, you can see, like, we're starving this planet over here because, like, you know, our food went down. So, we'll just go over to our homeworld here. And we're just going to boost our food back up a little bit. Let's just boost it up to 93 for now. I know, by the way, if you, like, boost up your, like, food a lot, you'll actually get more money from it. So, there is actually, like, you know, benefit to, like, you know, getting, like, you know, lots of food if you want for your systems. There we go. Let's put it right there. That'll give us a nice little, like, boost in money as well as, like, you know, get us some food. Over here in Malfree, let's have these guys build up a cloning center so they, like, grow a little bit faster. And I'll have my insect mass down here for the eventual attack that'll be happening on this guy. Well, I guess it's already been declared, so hello. He currently doesn't have anyone here, so I'll basically send my guys down there to start doing their attack. And I guess my mouse is sort of stuck on the screen there. I haven't really noticed it, but whatever. Hopefully it, like, doesn't bother, you know, me too much, but whatever. Okay, subspace communication is done. Let's look at the disruptor beam here. And you're building the insect, that's fine. Whereas is going to garrison his sector with a bunch of, like, you know, combat ships for now, basically take him on. That's a worker. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Workers can't attack my guys, right? So it's all fine with those. You're still being a stalker. Let's just get you over here. In my homeworld, I'll basically build up another, like, you know, stalker, I guess, for now. So let's build that. And actually, you know what? Let's go to my ship design here. We'll basically get this guy starting to go right now. So I'm gonna have this guy basically be used to, like, you know, use lasers and stuff. So we're just preparing for that. Let's remove these for now. Let's build lots and lots of lasers. And I'll basically put a couple anti-mirror tippers basically to, like, you know, maximize my space a little bit here. So there is the Predator. And we'll get Mal basically to work on a Predator. It's going to take a while to build that, but it's fine. Let's just get my science down just a little bit. And then we'll go... Let's go to the gem world here for now and get his science output up a little bit more. So, there we go. Alright, so, we basically have, like, arrived in this guy's, like, you know, system. I know, by the way, I don't want to attack this guy because he's basically got those torpedo batteries, which are going to be, like, you know, painful to attack, so... We'll wait till I actually have, like, you know, some more stuff, basically, to attack him with. There's another ship there, that's fine. And yeah, basically because we have random events going on, basically you'll see, like, that happening, and basically, like, guys getting their stuff stolen and stuff like that. And let's see here. You are, you know, an insect. There we go. Let's get this guy over there. I want to get this guy to also do other stuff as well, so... Let's build ourselves the nuclear power plant for now. We'll get that started. Over here in Mal Free, we basically have gotten ourselves the clone center, so that's out of the way. Let's build a shipyard, basically get our, you know, we'll basically build bigger ships from here if I can get the chance, so we'll do that right now, get that going. I now have access to a stalker, 2 insects, and a creeper over here, so we're getting bigger and bigger with our, like, you know, our mass forces here. Our science has invented disruptor beams, so now I'll basically have access to disruptors, which are basically a lot more powerful than lasers. And yeah, I'll note by the way that this stuff will change in, like, you know, how, like, you know, much space it takes up as, like, it goes along. So right now the disruptors are, like, a little bit more, you know, they cost more, but they don't take up more space and stuff like that, which is fine. And let's see here. Let's do that. We'll build up basically a small, like, ship like this, basically. So there's the ship design done. Let's just go into Mal here. We'll get our new Predator design basically being built, so go over here, build up a new Predator. Our science basically will, like, you know, keep going on as well. Let's get ourselves impulse engines, so we basically have 4 Hex Moon in battle. And there we go, that guy's arrived, that's fine. And there is the Predator. Alright, once I basically have the Predator down there, I could probably attack him, I think, so... That'll be cool to see. Over here in Sakurai. That's my, like, you know, home planet, by the way. We'll build up another Predator. And... look at my science right there. Note by the way, if I, like, click the eye here, you can, like, see, like, the emolius, like, you know, thing here. So, Sakurai is a homeworld. The Emelia is barely within limits to be classified as Terran. Some of its unique features include the purple hue of its atmosphere or its large cave network that the Emelia have used to their advantage. The surface has a vast range of vivid plant life that adds to the colorful nature of the planet. So that's our homeworld. It's large, it's Terran, it's abundant, it's, like, natural. So that's what it is. One of our planets basically needs something done, so Mal 2 basically needs something done. You guys can focus on just building a space dock. I'll note this is probably going to be a very good production like area, so I'll probably just build like, you know, ships from this area for what it'll be worth. I could probably do the same from this planet here, because it's like, you know, it's decent for building like ships as well. I mean, it is a desert planet, so it'll have like, you know, only 3 science output, but it's, you know, decent enough. Now, he's offering a speed tree. I don't really care, because we want to basically take him on, so let's take him on. By the way, when you're actually blockading them like this, they're actually like going to be like, you know, suffering, because this world is basically like not connected to like the rest of its like, you know, resource network. So these are planets that aren't getting food or anything for Draconis if they're like, you know, needing it. So that's a thing. All right, Mal 3, build a space dock. We want to keep this up as much as possible. And you know what? I basically have 3 attack ships here. I'll wait for 1 more, and then we'll basically start attacking this guy, I think. Will be the plan. Over here in Ceres, you guys can build a shipyard. And yeah, everything it does takes money, so I have to watch out for that. You know, it basically will go negative if I'm not, you know, careful about it. There we go. We got impulse engines. We can now put this on all my, like, ships. But I'll only really put on, like, the ones that are going to be, like, you know, combat-oriented, so we'll do that. Save. And then you can get the impulse engines, and there we go. There's his new design. And we'll just go in here. At this point, let's get ourselves asteroid mining outposts, because that could be useful if we run into asteroids in the future. One of my planets is suffering from food shortages, so let's just go to maybe our home world, I guess. And we'll basically produce some more food here for it. So, there we go. At this point, I think I'll actually start building up some transports, so we can basically do like invasion stuff and stuff like that, so we'll just build up, you know, a couple. Now, if you want, you can actually queue this stuff, so I could build like 3 transports just like this. So, why not? And you can get down here. Once that guy gets down here, I think we can, you know, do an assault, so let's do that. There's a troop transport. You can get down here. It'll take a while for those guys to get built, but whatever. That's fine. You can build up a nuclear power plant. There's our asteroid mining outpost built. We'll build an automatic factory next, so we can basically get more production for my stuff. Alright, we made it to attack this guy, so let's click on him. Now, when you're basically attacking people, you have the option basically to, like, you know, see what you're up against, so we'll be up against 2, like, torpedo batteries. His, like, world has 18 soldiers on it, as well as 5 buildings. It's basically at 53% full for its population of, like, you know, that many millions. Here's all the stuff I have. We basically have a scout ship, 2 insects, we have basically 2 stalkers, and 2 of the, like, predators I basically have here. I can automatically do the battle, but let's just jump into, like, manual one. I can see what that's all about. So, battle grid tutorial, basically, like, you know, asteroids will block travel and targeting. Iron storms will reduce targeting by 50% if it's between attacker and defender. Ship is about to retreat. Sublight energy will be disabled. FTL drive has been disabled. Now, this guy's got a lot of asteroids here, so I can actually make use of that quite a bit, so let's see here. Now, I have to move these guys first, right? So I have to be very careful about this, so let's move this guy here. Hopefully that'll be outside of the, like, realm of these guys. This guy, you can go up here. Alright, these guys here. We'll make him fire off one of his, like, you know, torpedoes at this guy. And this guy's block can, like, fire off his torpedo. So, basically I have to note that there's, like, you know, certain places where we'll be able to see these guys, so if I move here I can see this guy, we'll just fire our torpedo at him. And we'll move it, you know, back out like this. And let's see here. There's only a chance to hit this guy with, like, my lasers, by the way, so we'll basically fire those off at this guy. And we'll do the same with this volley. So there's his, like, you know, a little bit of, like, you know, antimatter torpedoes. There's those guys' torpedoes. Now press done, and we'll, like, see what these guys do. So they're going to fire this photon torpedoes. They're not too bad to fire, you know, to dodge, so that's fine. You can just go back here. And you can go back here. There's a self-destruct option if you want to basically make use of it, but I really don't need to, so... Just fire that here, I think. And we'll move this guy up here. You're basically outside of the realm of being hit, so... Just fire another one of those off and back up here. These guys are going to just charge virtually up against this guy, so... Ooh, we got hit there! As you can see, we did a lot of damage to our lasers, because we have, you know, disruptors now. And we'll get this guy closer. That actually improves the range and, like, you know, stuff like that, so... Hello! Goodbye. You're done. Alright, these things are going to move slowly toward us, that's fine. You can just go this way. I think some of my torpedoes missed there. So that's unfortunate, but whatever. Get down here, fire off your torpedo. Alright, those torpedoes will hopefully do a lot of damage. Let's get these guys closer. Now, if you have like better engines, these guys like move like more hexes and stuff, but since they only got the basic impulse engines, they can like only move like 2. And yeah, torpedoes will turn around and hit you and stuff like that, so you can't really dodge them that easily. He's about to hit by torpedo. And there's combat for you. So, with that, we basically taken out this guy's defenses. Now if we want to, we can drop bombs on him, so let's do that. And as you can see, we basically just, you know, detonated a bunch of nuclear bombs and blew up a bunch of his buildings and soldiers, as well as his population. Because, you know, that's the type of people we are. We want to bomb this guy to smithereens. Now I can basically do this each turn. So, he's got no population here, and now he's got 9 soldiers. And I probably want to build up a, you know, a colony ship now, basically, so I can, like, sell that world. No, I actually don't have to really do that, do I? But whatever. If I want to, I can, like, you know, build a colony ship, basically, to sell their world, after, like, kill everything on it. Or if I want to, I can basically, you know, capture it with my soldiers. That's the other thing I can basically do. I'll note that capturing it with soldiers, by the way, will basically require me to, like, you know, have soldiers better to actually hit him with, but that's fine. Now, if I want to, by the way, I can, like, you know, go with, like, a manual thing here, so... I basically, like, slowly build them up, like, you know, nuke by nuke. Like that. And if I want to, I can try invading with, like, you know, my other troops. Let's do that instead. So, here's invasion. Basically have, like, you know, sort of like, you know, your troops against his troops. And there we go. Basically, we took Draconis 2 from the, you know, basically buy him. We recovered plans for a starbase, apparently, because, you know, spoils the war. Basically, sometimes take the research. So our troops have recovered plans for a starbase. That's basically this building up here. That's basically a defensive building if you want. Now, since we basically conquered this guy's plant, I can move down and basically look at these other plants here. I'm going to have this guy move over to there. And we're just going to have... You know what? Let's just wait for my guys to... My two transports get over here, and we'll move them over after that. This is the new world it's conquered, by the way. I'll note, if I look at it, it's got, like, you know, no population, and it's got no buildings or anything, because I basically blew up everything, so basically it's a shattered world. But whatever. Let's have this guy start building a clone center. Now, if you have, like, an empty world like this with, like, no people on it, what you can do is go to, like, your, like, you know, one of your other planets here, for example. Let's go to this planet here, for example. I can transfer, like, over some population, basically, from my other planets, basically, to colonize it, so I can click on Cranar here. It'll take me 5 gold per million, basically, to transfer them over, but it's fine. And we'll just move over 20 million people for 100 gold. Now, they'll basically arrive, I believe, like, next turn. I believe you'll have, like, a little, like, indicator if, like, they're in transit, so... Yeah, 20 million people are in transit right now. Over here in Mal 2, let's just build up... let's see here, shipyard will be next, I guess. And I also have to build something in Mal 3, so... Basically, there's a starbase, by the way, as you can see, is, you know, defense per colony, 2, like, you know, military, like, you know, support. I don't build torpedo turrets if I want to, but let's go in here, we'll build more ships. We'll build a new Predator class. And that'll be the thing. And this is Mal 1? No, this is Series 4. You guys can build up... Make these guys build up as well as Predator, I guess. Now, note by the way that my money is going down at this point, so that is something that will happen as, like, you know, like, you start getting more, like, you know, buildings. Buildings cost, like, money, obviously. You can change your tax rate in here if you want to, so basically convert from production into credits if you want. But I don't really need to do that, I don't think. There's the automatic factory. That'll be awesome for, like, you know, getting my production up. And there's, like, the moon base. Let's build one of these, basically, so I get, like, you know, more population on planets with moons. More random stuff is going on. There's an exploration vessel over there, apparently. It doesn't look like he has any vessels over here, so that's interesting. Let's have these guys just move over here, I guess. And we'll basically try and take over what's over here, I guess. And here is the Carina system. It's got wormholes, so basically there's, like, you know, basically this is connected to another part of the area, you know, world, galaxy somewhere. But let's just quickly explore these planets. I'll note that these guys were over here, so we'll find nothing special, but we can basically, like, you know, learn about what's on these planets. So this is a large radiated planet, very low population limit, unable to farm, basically high maintenance costs, high, like, ground defense. It's got very poor minerals, so this is a very poor world basically to colonize, but, you know, it's like, you know, something you can colonize if you need to. The wormhole basically goes up to here, by the way, so that's what that's all about. Alright, so his stuff is over here. He's sending his worker back over here for some reason. To Draconis. I'm not really sure why, but okay. Let's just go here, we'll explore this world. And this is basically just, you know, an extra large ice. So, low population limit, there's food per farmer of 1. It's got, you know, moderate maintenance costs, that much ground defense. It's got heavy gravity, so there's, like, you know, less food production and science in this world, so... Basically, like, you know, we have lots of, like, space for people, but, you know, high gravity, basically, so... Not the greatest. Alright, let's have this guy go up to, over here. And yeah, by if I want to, I can move, like, you know, my, like, you know, things around wherever I need to if I want, if they're in the way, so that's what I just did there. Alright, let's build an automatic factory here, because, you know, I want to basically get my production up all over the place. Alright, we made it to the Cetus, you know, area here. Let's go and... Now, if I want to, if it's outpost, I just blow it right up, so we'll go in here. No more outpost. We blew it up. Here is the Cygnus system. That's over there. This is basically a swamp world by the looks of it, so... Oh, no one was here before, so we got some silver and platinum apparently. If I click on the world, basically it's an extra large swamp with, like, normal gravity. It's got, you know, swamp climates, so moderate population, low maintenance cost. There's, like, you know, 2 food per farmer. It's got 4 minerals, so it's not the greatest for, like, minerals, but it's got lots of room for population, this, like, you know, planet. So, you know, if I send someone there, I could get a lot of, like, you know, tax money, I guess, from that. That'd be what it'd be good for. Such as over here. Basically, you know, there's, like, 2 planets in here, but it's fine. Let's get you down here. It looks like he's sending a scout up to Draconis. So that's what he's basically doing with that guy. Now, I'll note that there's like a button here to click if you need to like, make sure you guys are attacking, but I guess we're going to automatically do that, so it's fine. And I guess this guy up here. I'll leave this guy up here for now, because like, nothing else I really need to do with him for now, so he's fine there, I guess. And now let's attack their last colony here. So this colony doesn't have any soldiers in it, so let's just immediately evade it. We'll just immediately take it. So basically we found crystals, we took it from them, and we researched moon base, so that's done. Want to get like quantum targeting, so we can basically have more accurate lasers. And the Dargafian Empire has fallen. All colonies have been destroyed. And pretty much this is how this game basically sort of operates. Basically, like, you go from system to system, conquering the galaxy, and when basically, like, ally with everyone and like take out at least like an empire. I think I'll actually do that if I go down here. So coalition victory, basically, I have to have at least one empire limited and all other empires allied together, or military victory basically is everyone gets eliminated by me. So that's what those victory conditions are. And yeah, there's like the other stuff about this. You can see how much time we basically played. So we've basically been playing for 43 minutes. And, this is a game I basically played on my cell phone, and I very much liked it. And, I very much enjoyed it. It's actually a very quick game to play as well. Usually I find each game lasts about 2 hours, basically, in game time, basically, to, like, play from start to finish. And, at least with, like, the 20, like, galaxy limit I basically have it at. You can actually have, like, more systems, obviously, in this game, but in the end, this is a very simple 4X game. It's good for a phone, but probably won't play on my PC, like, compared to, like, the other 4Xs I could play. But, whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and take care.